just announced after the attack on Pahalgam that it will be suspending the Indus Waters Treaty between the two states. Now, this treaty is incredibly important. Was brokered in 1960 by the World Bank, and it has lasted numerous decades and numerous conflicts between these two states. The treaty itself does not allow for modification or termination without the mutual consent of both parties. India has actually long wanted to modify the treaty. It made an application to do so in January of 2023. Pakistan then did not agree. They did not reach a compromise as to how to modify that treaty. They went further and filed another complaint in September 2024 too. Again, they have not reached a conclusion in terms of terminating or modifying that treaty. And so now what India is doing is really capitalizing on this attack, on this indigenous attack by its own Kashmiris, which are so disillusioned and so unhappy with the occupation that they have to live under, to blame that again on Pakistan. We saw this before in the Uri attack, where Modi took the chance then to say that blood and water cannot flow together. And then Nitin Gadkari tweeted that he did not want the waters to go to Pakistan, and instead they could be diverted to Jammu and Kashmir and Punjab and Indian Punjab. And this is something that we've seen as a tactic from India time and again, where they try to draw a wedge between Pakistanis and Kashmiris, which have a huge amount of affinity towards each other, by saying that we'll give them your water. So what will happen now in the sense of going forward? It could be that we have a limited military operation as we had in 2019 between these two states. It definitely seems like the war hawkishness and the aggressive posture that India is taking may go that way. But in terms of modifying or terminating the treaty, that cannot be done without mutual agreement between the states. So it is likely that the World Bank will have to be involved now in this dispute going forward between India and Pakistan. And it is just further sense of what we have seen before in terms of the Uri and Balakot attacks from India, where they accuse Pakistan of being responsible for what is happening in their country, and also with limited legal responsibility placed in terms of very little evidence that there is a legal link between Pakistan and these outfits in Jammu and Kashmir. And in doing so, we can see the ramping up of this rhetoric and of hostilities in declaring people persona non grata in in Pakistan's diplomatic mission in India. This is something that every state can do. They have the prerogative to do this, to declare someone persona non grata at their own discretion and send them back. But again, it just plays into what India is trying to do in capitalizing on that attack by now withdrawing from this treaty. And it's worth mentioning the words of Judge Schwebel, who delivered the final award in 2013 at the Court of Arbitration in the Kishan-Ganga dispute between India and Pakistan, when he said that the Indus Waters Treaty was a great achievement of Pakistan and India and of the World Bank, and it remains so. And these proceedings are an illustration of its continuing vitality, and that vitality is now under threat by India.